Drive shaft repair is done, plus Rusty on this episode of
The Clutch Trucker Channel.
Clutch Trucker, filmed before a live and fuzzy studio audience. Yep, that's Rusty, the world-famous meatball dog. Hey YouTube, Clutch Trucker here. Thanks for tuning in to another edition of the Clutch Trucker Channel. Alright, this will be a quick one. I just wanted to do an update for all of you who've been giving me lots of comments and support. Appreciate that. Got a chance to read most of those today while I was sitting there waiting all day long to get the drive shaft debacle all taken care of. But thanks to ELM, I think it's what it is. Yeah, ELM, Truck and Refrigeration. We keep you trucking, they say. Little pin I got from them here in Edgar, Wisconsin. Alright? So if you're ever out this way near Wausau and you need some truck work done, highly recommend this shop. Highly. Okay, well, yeah, it's all done. Took literally all day long. Today is Thursday the 24th. I did check in here yesterday morning. On my way to deliver in Rothschild, I stopped by here real quick first and said, look, explained the whole situation, how it had been towed. They dropped the drive line. They really wrecked it. You know, and the shop in Pierce, South Dakota said it's going to need all this extra work, and the drive line they don't even have. I need to go to a shop where they can fabricate their own, cut it to the right length, put in the yokes, the carrier bearings, the U-joints, the end caps, and all that, because all that was destroyed with, from that tow job. And, of course, it just kept getting worse and worse, and it was the last 2 weeks that I noticed how bad it was getting, and it just the last few days before I got here, just terrible. And I was afraid the driveline was literally just going to drop off of the truck. So I knew I had to get it done, and they were able to check it out yesterday, do analyzation. That's when I posted the video last night saying $1,500 at least in parts, which was scaring the hell out of me, because I was like, okay, I can see this job being $3,500 to $4,500, maybe even $5,000 or more. But we lucked out. What's that you say, Clutch? It wasn't terrible? No, not near as bad as I expected it to be, honestly. Because then I brought it back this morning. They called me about 8:45. I took Rusty out, got him fed. He's still on his medication. As a matter of fact, he just had his last one tonight. And then I heated up, thank God, a little Jimmy Dean breakfast sandwich before I went inside when I left the truck with them around 9:15. And they brought it straight into the shop, and it was in there all day. It was literally about, I guess 8:15 tonight when they finally had it done. Then they had to get the paperwork together. So it was on the shop 11 hours. So, of course, I'm just calculating in my head. Most shops anymore charge $200 an hour. So, add that up. And this isn't even including yesterday, where they had to diagnose and figure all that stuff out. And I'm like, this could be anywhere from 11 to 15 hours or more of labor for this job, which, could have cost $2,000 to $3,000 or more just in the labor alone. So I was really dreading what it was going to cost. But turns out when it was all done, $2,600 and some change. Yeah, okay, not near as bad as I was expecting. Yeah, no, nothing I want, because, I had to lose my next load. I only had the one on this week since I had to do the repair. I had to pay the plates last week, which was $1,450. So I only made about $1,400 from this past week. This week, hardly going to make anything. I'm going to try to maybe catch a couple of loads over the weekend to pad it up a little bit. But still, it's going to take me a couple of weeks to pay this off, which means more driving for free, doing my job. And this is what I always keep saying to people who don't do trucking. Imagine showing up to your job and you work for a couple of weeks and they say, well, thanks, you still owe us $500. Would you put up with that? And yet us truckers have to do it, especially owner-operators like me. But okay, it could have been so much worse, and I was glad to only have to pay them $2,600, and they did a good job. They had to replace, like I say, the whole front drive line, U-joints, end caps, carrier bearings, a whole bunch of stuff. Which, probably was going to have to be redone sometime in the next 50,000 miles on this truck anyway. It's nice to have all that new. And this should hopefully take care of the problem. And, I keep saying this every time after I have a major repair, but my God, let's hope I can go for at least a couple of months or so without any kind of major deal and actually try to catch up on the money and bring the money home to the family. which is my whole point of being out here. What do you think? Okay, so we're all fixed. They did test drive it. I saw them take it out twice and check the test drive, and so it should be all good. I'm rehooked to my trailer. I'm still sitting here at the Edgar Travel Center. God, I need a shower, but I just didn't have it in me to go get one tonight and have to pay for it. I'm not even sure they're open this time of night now. I mean, it's 10:30 here now. This is a small little independent truck stop. So now I still got to go to Carrier tomorrow down in Plover is my plan. And thank you for one of my subscribers for putting in the comments that they had the same issue with their Carrier, that all of a sudden the AC stopped working, but the engine was still working and everything. And they said it was just a capacitor that they were able to fix on their own. So I'm hoping it might actually be something that's simple and cheap and quick to fix. We can only hope. Come on, help Clutch Trucker out. So that's what I'm going to do in the morning. I'm going to drive down to Plover and go to that Carrier and say, look, can you look at this, please? You know, and hopefully get that fixed. Then I'm going to run over to the Quick Trip at the same exit and put on just enough fuel so I can get a free shower, because God, do I need a shower. Oh my God, I feel so gross. As I told you in the last video, I've been melting for a couple of days. Thank God I recharged the AC. That's still working right now. But my gosh. Anyway, I just feel completely disgusting. And so I'll get a shower tomorrow. But I figured, why take one tonight if I'm going to stand outside in Plover while they're working on that in, 90-degree heat. I'll get it tomorrow. So that's my plan. And then if that all goes well, then I can start looking for loads in all the wrong places for the weekend, because I still have that cereal load booked for Monday that takes me back to Cheyenne for a Wednesday morning delivery. Lon at H-Bar Inn had already texted me and said he's got another lignite load from Glenrock back here to Rothschild, this area, which would deliver next Friday. So I told him at the time, yeah, pencil me in on that. I will definitely let you know by Friday. So I'm going to call him tomorrow and say, yeah, take that one. So, all right, so there's $22.50 for the cereal, $1,800 for the lignite. If I can catch another cereal that delivers back to Cheyenne before next Monday, I might be able to do another $6,300 gross week. Of course, remember, take out the fuel, take out the insurance and everything else. I might be able to clear, $2,800 to $2,900, which will certainly help pay for the repair I just did. So, like, but say, it's still another week of driving for free, but at least the truck's fixed. And so that's kind of my plan. I'm going to try to catch, if I can, a load or two, kind of regionally, over the weekend to pad up this week just a little bit, since I only have the one lignite load for $1,800 on this week. And of course, all that is already eaten up by the repairs. So I'm just trying. I'm trying to be a little more positive. I hope I sound a little bit better, and I hope I sound a little more positive. Rusty, by the way, is still doing much better. He had his last pill tonight. He's doing great. So hopefully that's taking care of his issue. So again, I'm trying to be positive. It's just, boy, it's tough. Tough when, week to week, like, am I making any money this week or not? Or is it all going to repairs? It seems to be all mostly going to repairs. So it's the life I picked. I know. And again, thanks everybody for all the comments. And so many people did say, yeah, you don't want to take on a new payment on a new truck, and I really don't want to. I'd rather keep this truck. I love this truck. With my whole remodel, with my bed upstairs, you can see it up there. You can see basically my headboard with the Clutch Trucker lights. That's a full-size bed up there. It's nice and roomy. Right behind me, you can see that closet. Of course, I've got the fridge and freezer down there, full-size hotel-size fridge, a separate freezer. I've got my sink. I've got my toilet, which I just love. That was the whole inspiration for doing my remodel of that cassette toilet, RV-style cassette toilet. It's a beautiful thing. The only thing I don't have in here is a shower. It's a mini house. You see those tiny houses shows and stuff on HGTV. Well, mine's really tiny, but it's got damn near everything except a shower. So glad to be back in my truck. I feel a lot better. Like I say, it was in the shop 11 hours today. It's a long time. Well, I thought I'd do a quick update since you all had to sit through my last video of me complaining about everything going wrong. At least I can at least throw some positive news here and say, yeah, the repair is finally done. And then Rusty gets a begging strip, right? Oh, yes. Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm. Thanks for tuning in. As always, please subscribe. Please like and comment. I get to your comments as soon as I can. Sometimes takes a couple days because I'm a working truck driver. Clutch Trucker on Instagram. Clutch Trucker on X, formerly Twitter, where I always put Rusty stuff. And as always, sniff that magic YouTube fairy dust. Clutch and Rusty, out. Ruach? What's Ruach? Don't make me waste letters. Are you okay? Oh, yeah, I'm okay. Wait a minute, you're a signpost. I'm being filmed. I know I'm being filmed. All right, we start down here. Come on. And there it goes. It's on the pet bed for you. Oh, yes. Rusty all over that bacon strip, baby. It's nice to be back in our truck. It sucks to lose your house for a day. Or 2 days, essentially. But we're back in it, so we have our food and sleep in my comfy bed upstairs and everything tonight. All right, you ready for your next one? There it is. Oh, yes. All over it, baby. Because he's a bacon strip dog. He's a bacon strip dog. Sometimes he eats too fast and it starts to cough. He's a bacon strip dog. Oh, yeah. All over it, Rusty. All right, everyone needs to see your smiling